West. Will Barton, the 15th three made by the Nuggets on the night. They shot almost 50% from downtown. And the Joker with the absolute dime, your reigning MVP, lives to fight another day. Facing elimination, the Nuggets come out on top by 5 over the Golden State Warriors. Welcome to Playoff Central Live. Chris Miles here with my man Sean Powell to the people. And that's the Coach of the Year, Sam Mitchell. And Sam, let's start with you. When you look at Michael Malone and the Denver Nuggets, it's all about mindset. Facing a team like the Golden State Warriors on a championship quest. And you've come back, if you're the Denver Nuggets, from 3-1 and 2 separate series a few years ago. The comeback thought is alive and well with them from what you saw tonight.
Well, it starts with one game. You got to win a game first. When you're down 0-3, you got to get that first win. And tonight, give Denver a lot of credit, man. They just grinded this win out. They had the lead for the most of the game since the first quarter. They let it slip away, but they got some timely stops, and they just made some big plays at the end. And you saw it. Who did they go to at the end? They went to the Joker. People forget we didn't show the clip when they was down 2. They went to the Joker inside. He delivered with a post-up, a basket in paint. That next play on that pick and pop, where he found that open spot. And when he put it on the floor, if you watch that clip, the defense made a mistake, and the Joker found a wide-open teammate in the corner who knocked down the game-winning shot.
So the Nuggets were up 10 with 6 minutes to go in the game. Let's take a look at some of those plays that Sam is talking about. And look, the Golden State Warriors, you see it, a 3-point game and one, tying it up. Steph Curry with 33, Klay Thompson with 32, the Splash Brothers with a combined 65.
Yeah, and particularly with Klay Thompson really coming back with a big game, going over 30 points for a playoff game, first time in, about 3 years for him.
And exactly 3 years since the finals. And then Sam inside to Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, Draymond Green fouled out. They had to go to Otto Porter, and Otto Porter was doing the best he can, but lack of size and strength put him in the basket. And that right there was a big play for the Golden State Warriors. That would have put them up 2, that missed tip dunk by Andrew Wiggins, which gave this Denver Nuggets team some life. And check out this play right here. Monte Morris.
7 for 7 from the field in the second half. Monte Morris with 24 points. The Nuggets needed someone else to step up. But, Sam, you noticed this play. Draymond Green fouled out. That was significant.
Yeah, and you look at this inbound, side out of bounds play. Normally, Draymond Green would have been inbound that pass. Otto Porter did it, threw it too low. Steal for Denver.
And there is your proverbial dagger, and that is your final score, 126-121. And we talked about this earlier today as we previewed all of these games. And, okay, so Aaron Gordon, a guy that is being relied upon to score, but he wasn't the second leading scorer. He's been the second leading scorer for this team all year, but it was Monte Morris scoring 24. They need that, some of these guards, to put up some numbers.
Yeah, Monte Morris is a little bit streaky. Some nights he's going to give it to you, some nights, But tonight, when they had to have it, he was there. And then you take a look at a guy like Will Barton. Before that pass that Jokic threw to him for the eventual game winner, he only made 1 basket. But what it goes to show is how Jokic trusts his teammates, right? And Will Barton, who had been struggling all game, hits that outside shot. That's why you can't double-team Jokic. He has a confidence in his teammates to find the open man and throw him the ball. That's not a problem. Also, how tough is it to close out a team on their own court? I mean, it's very, very difficult. Philadelphia learned that last night in Toronto. Maybe Boston might find that out, and Brooklyn, we'll see. But tonight, the Warriors, I thought, played a pretty good game, but the Nuggets just beat them to the punch.
And you mentioned trying to close out the reigning MVP, who's also an MVP finalist. Nikola Jokic had 18 in the first quarter, Sam. He came out like, I'm not trying to lose this, and get swept in the first round, finished with 37, 8, and 6. Break it down for us.
Well, he's a pro. He did what he was supposed to do. He put that team on his back early. He gave them life and confidence. Think about it. If he doesn't score 18 points in the first quarter, that's no telling how this Denver Nuggets team would react. Look at that post up in the big play from Aaron going to the Joker. He sealed him with his body, can't get back in front. Watch this play right here. The Joker knows he has advantage. Look at him just move heaven and earth to get to that drop step down there for that little jump hook. And then right here, the UCLA cut down to the post. Again, that high-low, watch him. Watch the patience that he works. He's directing traffic and say, okay, I'm going to set this screen. Now I'm going to slip And how many bigs can shoot a running one-legged floater off the wrong leg? And here it is again. Okay, you don't want me to get inside, then I'm just going to J you up at the three-point line. And the joke, again, they run that soft screen, cross screen, get him on the post against Draymond Green. Oop, I'm going to fake the turnaround jump, and I'm going to drop step for a little hook to the middle. And then watch him right here with just knowing how to play basketball. When he set this screen, look at the defense he drew. And Otto Porter was the guy that was supposed to be covering the corner, but because Otto Porter is not used to playing in late game situations, Steph Curry guy was the wing guy. Steph Curry was trying to cover too. Otto Porter was the low guy. The corner guy was his guy. He got sucked in, and Steph Curry tried to cover for him and kick out to the corner, but it was too late.
Sam, take us into closeout games from the standpoint of the team with the advantage. So for the Golden State Warriors, we talked about, is Jordan Poole the last splash brother, the splash cousin? Struggled in this one, 3 for 10 from the field, 11 points total. It's a closeout game. He was averaging 29 in the series. Do you think that had an impact on the way that he performed and how this game is played and officiated?
No, look, dude, I'd take 3 out of 4 great games to 1 subpar game any day of the week. And twice on Sunday come playoff time. Look, he struggled, but guess what the original starter did? Steph Curry. He played like Steph Curry did. They had an opportunity to close this team out, and Sean said it. Man, I don't care what's the record. When you're down at home, you're going to fight. If this game was in Golden State, Sean, it might have been a different story. But the fact that it was in Denver, and the last thing you want to do is leave your fans with a bad taste in your mouth. Now, they may go to Golden State next game and get beat by 10 or 15. But the last thing they did not want to leave, the lasting memory in that arena with their fans, was them not only getting beat, but getting swept out of the first round of the playoffs.
Do you think it's time to put Steph Curry back in the starting lineup? I know that's something we've discussed, and it was like, oh, if they lose a game and or if they advance.
Yeah, I would, but I think for this series, it really doesn't matter. I mean, the thing now that Steve Kerr is concerned about is not let one loss turn into 2. You want to close this thing out in Golden State because what you don't want to do is let Denver come in your building and gain more confidence and then come back home with 2 straight wins under their belt. Then you have a series.
29 in the series. Do you think that had an impact on the way that he performed and how this game is played and officiated?
No, look, dude, I'd take 3 out of 4 great games to 1 subpar game any day of the week. And twice on Sunday come playoff time. Look, he struggled, but guess what the original starter did? Steph Curry. He played like Steph Curry did. They had an opportunity to close this team out, and Sean said it. Man, I don't care what's the record. When you're down at home, you're going to fight. If this game was in Golden State, Sean, it might have been a different story. But the fact that it was in Denver, and the last thing you want to do is leave your fans with a bad taste in your mouth. Now, they may go